All right, when we see it, you see it. Following breaking news, video of President Donald Trump getting off of Marine One. He is headed to Air Force One. Before getting aboard Air Force One, this is what he had to say to reporters. We wanted to show you that exchange.
I had a great conversation with the highly respected president of Syria, and all of the things having to do with Syria and that area working out very, very well. So we're very happy about it. Tom Homeland, as you know, is in Minnesota now. He's meeting with the governor, and he's meeting with the mayor, I think, later. And I hear that's all going very well also. I'm going to Iowa. Some of you are coming with me, but I'm going to Iowa. And what can I say? The economy is good. It's all good. Prices are coming way down. And we have a lot of very positive news.
That Alex Pretti's death was justified?
Well, you know, we're doing a big investigation. I want to see the investigation. I'm going to be watching over it. I want a very honorable and honest investigation. I have to see it myself.
Is Kristi Noem going to step down?
No.
The president of Syria, the president of Venezuela said that she has stopped taking orders from you. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I don't know exactly what's going on there, but I haven't heard that at all. No, we have a very good relationship.
What about
I'd like to see interest rates go down. Everything else is going down. We have the energy and fuel going down. We have gasoline in many states now at $1.99. Groceries are going down. We inherited a mess with very, very high prices, very, very high prices. And I will tell you, we've made a lot of progress. So we have the groceries going down. We have the energy going down. We have gasoline going down at a record clip. And that's what I want to do. We're doing well. Well, I'm looking at that whole situation. I love everybody. I love all of our people. I love his family. And it's a very sad situation. Yeah, please. I am, yeah. I think she's doing a very good job. I think she's doing a very good job. The border is totally secure. You know, you forget. We had a border that I inherited where millions of people were coming through. Now we have a border where no one is coming through. They come into our country only legally. So you have to remember those things. You know, people forget as soon as you accomplish something, it goes into history and nobody ever wants to talk about it. We had a border that caused all of this problem. Biden caused, and the Democrats caused this problem. They allowed tens of millions of people to come in. Many of them were murderers. Many were drug dealers, drug addicts, people from mental institutions. They allowed these people to violate our country, to come into our country. And that's what we're talking about. So if you remember, we had a horrible border, the worst border we've ever had, ever in history. People were flowing through by, we think, 25 million people, not to mention drugs and everything else. And that border is absolutely closed. Well, prices are coming down. The border is really strong. You know, if you remember, I probably got elected more than anything else on the border. We had a border that was open with 25 million people coming through with an open border policy, which was insane. And that's the policy that caused the problems that we have. With all of that being said, other than, I would say, just to put it accurately, Minnesota, and in particular Minneapolis, because it's not all of Minnesota, every city that we've gone to has been, like, literally crime has gone down 50, 60, 70, 80. In Washington, it's gone down to practically no crime. You know, Washington is a great example, but you take a look at other cities, Memphis, Tennessee, the crime is down 78%. And you know where else it's down? It's down in Minnesota. It's down in Minneapolis, and it's down very much because of the fact that we're there. So we can't lose sight of the fact that we have to take murderers and drug lords and people from mental institutions that were dumped into our country through open borders of the Democrats, of Biden. And we're doing a great job. The other thing is Tom Homeland is there right now. He's with the governor and he's with the mayor. And I hear things are going very nicely.
If you're meeting with President Budapest back in Slay.
We're looking at some very good things happening on Ukraine and Russia.
Mr. President,
Very good things are happening on Ukraine and Russia.
And so if you ever wonder how that happens when the press is able to talk to the president in between air travel, that's what it sounds like. Kind of loud out there as the president talks about several subjects there. Let's go live outside the White House, not far from where that conversation happened, and CBS News White House reporter Aaron Navarro. Aaron, let's first of all top this off with the shooting death of Mr. Pretti in Minnesota. It sounds like the president really wants to be a part of that investigation.
He was asked if Pretti's death was justified. The president responded by saying it's an ongoing investigation and that he is waiting for it to play out, while also noting that he is watching over this investigation. This comes after he essentially made his border czar, Tom Homeland, the point of contact for the administration for immigration enforcement in Minneapolis. As you've seen, the Border Patrol commander at large, Greg Bovino, returned back to California. The president also at the White House South Lawn was asked for his message to Pretti's family. The president sent some love and said it was a, quote, very sad situation. But later on, while talking to reporters, did make a comment saying you cannot walk into a protest with a gun. He again called it an unfortunate situation and said we'll have to wait and see how the investigation plays out. That is in contrast to at least the immediate reaction from White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller to the shooting of Pretti, who, along with the Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, was quick to label Pretti a, quote, domestic terrorist, insinuate that he was there to attack immigration enforcement officials. Asked about Noem and whether she will step down, the president said she will not, confirming some of the reporting that CBS News had earlier today.
Yeah, and a lot of questions about Kristi Noem come because, of course, you're seeing Mr. Bovino leave Minneapolis today. Kristi Noem has not been front and center. Instead, the president is sending in border czar Tom Homeland. But it does sound like the president still stands behind Kristi Noem, even though at least one member of Congress would like to see her pulled from her job.
That's right. And there's a pretty big swell of Democrats in Congress that are moving, at least in the House, to try and impeach Kristi Noem. But President Trump, speaking to reporters on the White House South Lawn, indicated that he thinks that Noem is, quote, doing fine, kind of noted to look at her record when it comes to the border generally. So not much from President Trump signaling that he wants her to step down at this moment. I also note that President Trump brought up how Homeland will be meeting with Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey and had already met with Governor Tim Walz and said that those have been going, quote, very well. We got a similar statement from Governor Walz's office saying that there are conditions, terms of agreement that they have reached between Tom Homeland and Governor Walz. So at least that tone shift that President Trump showed in the last couple of days seems to be continuing once Homeland is on the ground in Minnesota.
Right, and for our viewers at home who just watched that, we do want to punctuate the president talked about his desire to see mortgage rates go down. Also, a rather sunny view of the U.S. economy. We'll be talking more about what the president had to say there outside the White House a little bit later here on CBS News 24/7. Aaron Navarro, stay warm out there, friend. Thank you so much.